Back on the Sports Zone, I am Mike Aglialoro. Once again, thanks to everyone who subscribed to the YouTube channel Mike Ags 121. Don't forget to subscribe under the video if you haven't done so, and check us out on thisissportszone.com for more. So we returned for week 5 on Sit 'em Down here. Didn't exactly have a great week last week, so we're just going to try to do a little better this time. At quarterback, we'll start with Alex Smith of the Kansas City Chiefs going against the San Francisco 49ers and Joe Flacco of the Baltimore Ravens on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. Smith and Flacco both had decent weeks last week, but I just don't like either matchup coming this week, especially at the prices. Smith priced at $7,000 on FanDuel, Flacco priced at $7,500. Flacco on the road against the Colts, even though the Colts are going to be without LaRon Landry for the distant future after he failed the PED test. I just really don't like the matchup for Flacco. He's been incredibly inconsistent this season. Colts defense has been better than a lot of people expected it would, and I just don't look for Flacco to gain his consistency this week. Ditto with Alex Smith, who had a brilliant showing against the Patriots on Monday night, but on the road against the San Francisco defense that you know is going to be ready to play, given all the controversy that has surrounded Jim Harbaugh this week. They looked pretty good against the Eagles last week, and I look for that to continue against the Chiefs. So at $7,000 and $7,500, you can do better than Alex Smith and Joe Flacco if you really want to. Tony Romo is only priced at $7,600, and I think he's going to have a much better matchup against the Houston Texans, ditto with Eli Manning and Blake Bortles, who we talked about on Start 'em Up. At running back, the guys you should stay away from this week are C.J. Spiller of the Buffalo Bills and Steven Jackson of the Atlanta Falcons. Listen, Steven Jackson is nearing the end of his career. He hasn't had more than 56 yards in any game this season, and in my opinion, it looks like Anton Smith, the change of pace back, is really the guy to own if you're going to own any Falcons back this year. He's had 3 touchdowns on the season. He was the only running back to really score against the Vikings last week. And on the road against the Giants, I just don't look for Jackson to gain any sort of traction this week. And as for Spiller, on the road against the Detroit Lions, who have actually played defense pretty tough this year, another matchup I don't like. He's still being out-touched by Fred Jackson. As much as Spiller has done more with his chances, I just don't look for him to do that. And again, at $7,600, you could do a lot better for those prices this week. So we'll move on to the wide receivers. We'll start with Pierre Garçon of the Washington Redskins, Eric Decker of the New York Jets, or Dwayne Bowe of the Kansas City Chiefs. With Dwayne Bowe, like with Alex Smith, I just don't like the matchup going against the 49ers. With Eric Decker, look at the quarterback situation, look at the fact that they're going on the road against the Chargers, and skip them. And as far as Pierre Garçon, again, it's got to do with the matchup and the price. The Redskins on Monday night taking on the Seattle Seahawks. As much as they are more susceptible to being beaten on the road, that whole offense is just not playing too well right now. And for Kirk Cousins, it's too soon to consider him a must-start against a team like the Seattle Seahawks, especially coming off the disappointing week he had against the Giants in Week 4. So you stay away from those 3. And at tight end, you also want to stay away from Rob Gronkowski of the New England Patriots. He barely eclipsed 10 points last week. He got the touchdown from Johnny Garoppolo in the blowout, lopsided loss to the Chiefs last week. And now, with the Bengals coming to town, I really think you should just skip Rob Gronkowski. So once again, the guys you want to avoid this week at quarterback, you want to stay away from Alex Smith of the Kansas City Chiefs and Joe Flacco of the Baltimore Ravens. At running back, you want to stay away from C.J. Spiller of the Bills and Steven Jackson of the Atlanta Falcons. At wide receiver, you want to avoid Pierre Garçon of the Redskins, Eric Decker of the New York Jets, and Dwayne Bowe of the Kansas City Chiefs. And at tight end, you want to avoid Rob Gronkowski. Once again, thanks to everyone who subscribed to the YouTube channel Mike Ags 121. Don't forget to subscribe under the video if you haven't done so. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at WeAreSportsZone. Send us any questions and comments you may have. Thanks everyone for watching. For This Is Sports Zone, I am Mike Aglialoro. We will see you next time, folks.